Hi Taurus, it's CJ from CJ's Soul Messages. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to be doing your 2022 general tarot reading for, obviously, this new year that we've just entered. I have pulled a tarot card along with a, oops, excuse me, computer is just beeping here. A tarot card using my Light Seers deck, and I have pulled a Wisdom of Oracle card for each month. So we're just going to go through it, all right? Please remind yourself or remember that, time's fluid, and as well as you have free will. So this is just an overview of what could be coming towards you that will be you will be working through as we go through this year. But if you do not like it, remember you have the power to change your destiny. So that being said, let's get started. I did pull the cards obviously before I put my camera on, just to save some time, because this is quite a huge spread here. So let's begin. We're going to start with the moon. This is for January. So we got the moon and we got regeneration. So if we talk about the moon, that is Pisces card, Taurus. The moon is about our intuition, and it is also about things that are hidden, really. Things that we cannot necessarily see because we only have the light of the moon to guide us. So it feels like in the month of January, there is something that is being hidden that you have not been able to see clearly to start the month in January. I'm feeling like this is more in the earlier part of the month. And Spirit is asking you to dive a little deeper, to find the truth, to acknowledge what may be hidden, either that you're hiding from yourself or perhaps someone's hiding from you. It is a general read, so it's going to apply differently for everyone. So just apply the energy if it fits. To clarify that is regeneration. Now, it does look a little daunting. Obviously, it almost has a little bit of a tower energy. But it does suggest here that with whatever is hidden, whatever you haven't been able to see, or whatever is going to be coming to light in January, there is going to be this need where, just like the tower, things are going to have to kind of be disrupted. And there's going to be more of a start over energy. Regeneration here represents the fact of, like, if you think of a volcano, for example, we have the hot lava that flows out of the volcano, and it is flowing out here. But with that, it forms new land, right? It does. So even though there is this explosion, this tearing down of what once was and is no longer going to be the same, it is going to be built in a much better way. So something's going to be shown to you the month of January. There's something here that has been hidden, and it is going to be shown to you, and it's going to be rebuilt, because I feel like whatever this is, it wasn't built on solid foundation to start with. Hence why this needs to change and it needs to shift. What was is no longer beneficial to you. So career, love, money, family, like I said, different story for each of us. But that is the energy Spirit is giving you for the month of January. As we move into February, we have the Lover showing up, Gemini card, and we have Time for a Nap. Now, the Moon is Pisces card. I have a feeling from Spirit that there is something here going on more in a relationship energy. Obviously, it's probably not, it doesn't have to be everything, the whole month you're thinking about this or whatever. But there is this underlying energy that this is feeling very much more emotional. The Lovers is usually about two people that are together, that are very in harmony and in sync, and they adore each other, and there is this nice balance happening. But I'm really feeling from Spirit the time to take a nap is more about a healing that is needing to take place. Perhaps for some of you, Tauruses, there has been a breakup. The Lovers used to be known as a choice card. So perhaps there is something in the month of January that you didn't know that gets brought out, you know, with the moon card. There's something that maybe was hidden, and it shifts and shakes your entire foundation, your whole world. And it's going to be a time where you are really going to need to take a nap. Time to take a nap is like trusting that things are going to work out. You are going to get healing. But there is a need for you not to apply any kind of energy to it. It's more about you applying your energy to yourself so that you can actually kind of focus and heal so that you can continue to move forward after some kind of a shakeup here. I mean, it could be a job, it could be a love relationship. I feel for a lot of you Tauruses, this is speaking about some kind of relationship that has needed to fall apart. But you are really being reminded by Spirit in the month of January to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and take a break. Take a break from whatever may have caused you some deep pain, some deep hurt, the feeling of being let down, and trust that everything is going to be rebuilt the way it is meant to. As we move into the month of March, we do have the King of Cups, which I do like for you, but we also have Orphaned. So I'm going to start off with the Orphan card. Orphaned. It feels that there is this energy around you, Taurus, in March that you may be feeling as if you've been left alone. May even be feeling like you don't fit in anywhere and that you are like on your own, on an island all by yourself. And you may be feeling sad and feeling left out. And literally like what the card says, orphaned. What Spirit wants you to focus on is your own emotional balance, because we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is very centered in his emotions. He's very protective of himself, and he is very nurturing as well to himself. But he trusts that he is enough. And this is non-gender specific, so, you know, I'm not speaking of male or female. We both have all of that in all of us. But there is this indication here that Spirit is wanting you to, even if you're feeling alone and you're feeling left out and you feel like no one cares, you need to nurture yourself and you need to take care of yourself and you need to be the king or the queen of your emotions here. Because this king does not get overwhelmed emotionally. He takes good care of himself and his family, and he makes sure he's healed and that he is centered. So don't let any kind of a feeling, if you are feeling heartbroken and feeling left alone, rely on you. You know, we all have to start with ourselves being our own best friends. That's where true love starts from. We have to love ourselves, we have to nurture ourselves, and we have to, like I said, be our own best friend. If we put all of our energy and all of our worth into what others think or feel or how they treat us, we will always, always be disappointed. So this is a reminder from Spirit for you to take care of yourself first and foremost, and trust that you have everything that you need all within yourself to live a beautiful, joyous life. Even if you've had to go through some pretty painful situations here. We move into April. Interesting. We have No Place Like Home. Nice energy. And then we have the Page of Swords. So for some of you, Taurus, you might be thinking about moving home after whatever this is, whatever this may be for you, Taurus. You may be actually feeling like you want to move back home. Maybe this shakeup has caused enough that you feel, you know what, I need to do what's best for me and I have to go where I feel the most safest. That's not going to apply for everyone though. For others, it is about having this brain awakening, because we have the Page of Swords here, getting some deep clarity, new clarity actually, like a brand new way of thinking of how you can bring this safe, secure energy to your life, to your world. What is it that you need to do? Because you are having some kind of an awakening here that is going to shift the way you continue to move through the new year. So I like this because it feels like after some pretty painful situations, You are going to get your balance back, and you're going to be emotionally centered within yourself, and you are then going to have the clarity in your mind and this new start, this new way of thinking that is almost going to take you to a place where you are starting to feel way more safe. As we move into May, again, interesting, we have Unfinished Symphony, and we have Four of Wands. So Unfinished Symphony is about, if this is about a relationship that you have been having to walk away from, that has maybe separated, you've had a breakup. Unfinished Symphony is saying you need to be able to close the door on this relationship. And in order to do that, though, you are going to have to give voice, you're going to have to give words, write a letter, something like that, so that you can have closure. You need to finish the symphony here because it's unfinished. And I do feel like you're going to do that because we have the Four of Wands. And Four of Wands is a celebrating energy. This is a recognizing your success, recognizing what you have been able to do, and feeling a lot more freer and a lot more happier. And really actually kind of celebrating the fact that you've been able to close a chapter here. One that feels quite painful, actually. And again, this could just be work for you, but you're going to be brave enough to do this, to close this out and find this happiness again within you. So that's April. As we go into, that was in April, sorry, that was May. As we go into June, I like this. This is kind of where it feels like things might be starting to shift for you. We have Serendipity, and then we have the Three of Wands. Now, serendipity is basically being exactly where you're meant to be. It is luck. There's a clover here. It is luck, but it is, there's not really anything such thing as luck. It's more about, preparation, meeting the right amount of timing, and it coming together and creates this serendipity energy where it's kind of that, wow, I can't believe that I've decided to do this, and now that I've done that, the doors are opening for me. That kind of energy. And along with that is the Three of Wands, which is really moving forward in your actions to go after your dreams, your desires, the relationships that you want, the career that you want. But you are no longer thinking about it. You are actually getting very determined and heading out in the direction of where you want to go. And it is lining up for you. It feels successful. Now, we do have a little bit of a hiccup when we move to July, but not in the way that is negative. But let's get into it. We have the Empress, but we also have Not For You. So what Spirit is wanting you to know about this is, if this is about a career or another relationship, whatever this is for that month of July, Spirit is saying it's not for you. Whatever you're putting a lot of effort in, whatever you are really hoping to bring forth into your life, it isn't for you. But the reason it's not for you is because there's something much better coming to you. So this isn't a discouraging card at all. Not at all. This is actually, Divine's way of protecting you. It's protection from rejection of what isn't meant for you. But something better is going to be coming in. If you look, there's a fortune cookie here, and it has yet to be opened. And with the Empress being here, which is a beautiful harvest, it's about, really feeling nurtured and feeling rich and not really being worried. That's what's going to be coming to you, but it may not look exactly the way you had hoped it was going to. So when you enter July, you might feel like there's something that makes you get knocked off your course because it isn't coming to you the way that you had wanted or expected. But please trust that Divine has something much better in store for you that is much more aligned with who you are, Taurus. Okay? It's still beautiful energy. We get to August and we have Never Ending Story, but we have the Ace of Cups with it. Never Ending Story is about not feeling good enough, not feeling like, it's kind of like, if you have 4 relationships, they all end kind of the same way, and you end up feeling like, well, I'm just not good enough. Is it me? Is it my problem? The thing about this is Spirit is asking you to stop thinking that way. That is not true. What is meant for you will never pass you by. You need to change the way you're thinking into just opening your heart and waiting and having patience that the right emotional satisfaction, the right connection, the right person is coming towards you. But you have to get out of your mindset of feeling not good enough, because that blocks this beautiful new Ace of Cups experience, right? So I know this is a lot to take in, but there is a theme here that Spirit is wanting to get across, and it feels like whatever you've been in, and it does feel more relationship, but again, I'm gonna apply to different people at different time, different stories. But it feels like there's been something that has been really kind of breaking your heart. There's been this upheaval of some sort. There's a need for you to kind of forgive, to write down your feelings so that you can close that chapter and set out on this new path. But the path isn't going to line up exactly the way you think it is, but that is because Divine is guiding you on the right path. So, you know, when we get to September, it does feel like there's going to be a little bit of storm clouds here, because we've got chaos and conflict. Now, what that is referring to is it feels like there could be a lot of squabbles. There could be a lot of negative energy that's going to be around, and you might not know how to deal with it. So Spirit wants you to become the hermit and go within yourself, protect you here, because I have a feeling that this doesn't have anything to do per se with you, Taurus. It could be just the people around you. It could even be someone from the past here, January, February, that you were involved with, that may be coming back to try and create a little bit of drama for you. So Spirit's advice for you is to be the hermit and take some time out for yourself and just really nurture you and get very clear with your energy and your emotions and your thoughts, and don't be pushed by anyone or anything to do anything really. The hermit takes time out. You know, takes time out to get higher wisdom and more clarity. October, we have Yang and we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, swords is our air element, and that is the way we think and communicate. The Nine of Swords, though, it's a pretty heavy energy. It's a pretty heavy burdened kind of energy. It is one where our fears are starting to get the best of us. It keeps us up at night. Usually the Nine of Swords is not actually representative of our true reality life, but it is what goes on in our mind. It's those things that we can think about and go over and over and over, and we just get filled with fear. But it is one that you don't need to cave to. And I like the fact that Spirit has given you the card Yang. Basically almost as like a protection. And Yang is the masculine energy of doing, of creating. And it is very protective. So Spirit is saying, don't, in the month of October, get too in your head with your worries and your fears. You have the strength to manifest and bring forth into your life what it is that you want. You have the power, you have the knowing, and you have the ability to move forward in that. So it's really nice to have this to almost kind of nullify the Nine of Swords. That takes us to the month of November. And I like this because there's this shift in you, Taurus. Come to the edge. And Queen of Swords. It's like the year may be, you know, it's going to have its ups, it's going to have its downs. There's going to be areas where you're going to have to really try and remain grounded and get very clear in your pursuit of what it is you want in your life. But I do feel that near, you know, end of October, beginning of November, you're going to get this clarity. And you're going to change. You're going to change in this way that is so powerful, because we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is very decisive. She is very clear in what she wants, and she goes after it. She doesn't tolerate anything that is negative. She doesn't tolerate any kind of bullshit from anyone or anything. And she goes exactly where she wants to go. She's strong. She's courageous. She is very, very intelligent. but she's not fearful. So you're going to be going from this Nine of Swords energy to this Queen of Swords. It's like you are taking control. And along with that, you have come to the edge. And I love this because come to the edge is almost like the Fool card. It is about really owning you and your power and doing all the things that you want to do for you and not allowing anyone or anything to get in that way. It is really about just going to that edge and seeing where it takes you. I like this. And wrapping up the year, so cool, we have the Queen of Pentacles and Breathe. Now look at these two cards, Taurus. Both of these figures are almost in the same position. They are very relaxed, they're very zen, they're very calm, trusting, and they're just really, I would say this has got to be one of the most beautiful energies to be in. Queen of Pentacles, she has all her wealth now. She has her confidence back. She believes in herself 100% and she trusts in the divine and her connection to being part of the divine, that she will want for nothing. Everything's coming her way. Very peaceful. And along with that, you have Breathe. Look at that. How gorgeous. Breath. Breathe. You know, this is a connection to the divine. We all have to breathe. We inhale and we exhale. If we didn't, we would be dead, right? So it is a reminder to breathe and trust. Perhaps you're going to be getting more into meditating. Perhaps you're going to be doing things that really connect you to you. But there's this authentic side that is starting to come out with you, Taurus, this year. One where I don't think you're feeling at the very beginning of the year. I feel like this is going to be a really transformative year for you in such a magnificent way. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that yes, there are going to be some trials and tribulations. That when you start this new year off, you know, there's going to be potential things that knock you off your feet. But remember to remain grounded and connected to you. And the more that you connect with yourself, the more higher you are going to rise. The more higher vibration you're going to attract. What doesn't work out for you the way you thought, know that Spirit is going to bring you something even better. On the bottom of the deck of these beautiful Wisdom of Oracle cards, we have Deep Knowing. This is intuition. This is about you probably knowing right now, Taurus, if you're going through this and you relate to this reading as far as like January so far with the moon and regeneration, you already know that you're going to get to a better place. You know that. And Spirit is reminding you to trust your deeper knowing here. You already know what is kind of coming here. And to trust it. Trust within it. Because this is your connection to you and this is your connection to the divine, to Source. On the bottom of the Light Seers deck, it is gorgeous. 10 of Pentacles. This is that happy family. This is that beautiful couple together. This is having money so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor and all the beautiful things that life has to offer you. This is peaceful. This is taking care of your family, but also your family being taking care of you. It is finding that partner that is the right partner for you, not the wrong partner for you. It is finding that right career that really leaves you feeling very fulfilled. This is luxury. This is joy. This is, again, peace. So although there is going to be some rocky moments, remember that that is how we learn. And that is where, you know, we normally learn the most from the worst kind of pain, unfortunately, in life. But it is true. It's usually we have to go through some tough cycle in order for us to grow and expand and to become more successful, not only in our finances, but also in our emotional connection to ourselves. So it is a really beautiful year, it looks to be. Take it slow, take it easy, and do what you can to keep yourself connected to you first and foremost. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to say here. So with that, Taurus, I'm going to wrap this up. I hope there's something in here that you enjoyed, that you can relate to, or that is helpful. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. It touches my heart to the deepest part, and I am truly grateful. So until next time, Taurus, take care of yourself.